Danganronpa.
Welcome to the class trial. Now, go on, get to debating already.
Wait, I have one question really quick before we start. Why the portraits?
Well, just because she's dead, I'd hate for her to miss the proceedings.
Screwed up either way if you ask me.
And the extra podiums belong to who? Counting our fallen classmate, we numbered 20. Why 26 podiums?
You know, I don't know. Maybe it has to do with that feeling I've been getting lately.
Feeling?
Yeah, feeling like I've been forgetting something.
May I ask what?
Well, if I knew, I wouldn't have forgotten, now would I? Hey, wait a minute. You're supposed to be doing the interrogating to each other. Go on now, debate! Now pick your podiums wisely, as these podiums are going to be your podiums you shall return to every trial.
So, how does debating work? It's quite clear, is it not? We all have to unmask Plum's killer to leave this place.
But where do we even start? How about Pink Yoshi's bloody room?
Sure, I guess better place to start than any, huh?
She killed Plum in her room.
Then moved your body into the other room.
Guess she forgot to clean up the mess, huh?
Thought we wouldn't find it during investigation. Lousy attempt. All the evidence points to her. Everything down to her behavior.
No, that's wrong. Pink Yoshi, now would be a good time to explain to us why you were acting so strange.
Especially around me.
Alright, fine. I had a note. Huh? Yeah, I had a note that said someone intended on killing me. Yeah, right. You're just saying that to get your head off the axe. You want to bet? Boom. Hang on. Pass that here. Whoa.
What?
So this is why you were anxious around Tsubasa. What does it say? Ahem. Dear Pink Yoshi, I received word that Donkey Kong plans on murdering you tonight. If I were you, I wouldn't stay in your room. Sincerely, Anonymous.
What?
You tried to kill Fujikawa? See? Proves I ain't the culprit. Not necessarily. How do we know this note is legit? You could have easily written this as an alibi for yourself, and that whole charade this morning could have been a farce.
I don't know, she seemed pretty sincere to me.
And when I was hearing with her yesterday, she was writing lyrics for a rap song that she was apparently working on. And the handwriting was different than the notes. It's true!
And we know you're not an accomplice how? You could be trying to graduate together.
Only the killer can graduate. An accomplice can help, but will not graduate with the killer.
I see. So, helping a killer wouldn't serve any purpose. Very well then.
We're getting off track. Hello? That note said that Tsubasa planned on killing Fujikawa. Oh yeah, I need forgotten all about that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't jump to conclusions. I didn't do it.
That's convincing. He had to have done it. What makes you say that?
Kirby, but we can't understand you. Kirby, we can't understand you. Go on, Peach.
Ahem. Well, whoever wrote that note was clearly told that Donkey Kong apparently wanted to kill Fujikawa, and this person obviously warned Fujikawa.
What are you getting at?
I'm getting at the fact that Tsubasa could have found out this person told Pink Yoshi, which means it very well could have been Plum. You lost me. Well, think about it. Plum could have told Pink Yoshi, Donkey Kong could have found out, and he could have killed Plum. It makes perfect sense.
That's a little far-fetched. I kind of believe it was Fujikawa. I mean, all that blood for him had to come from somewhere, right?
No way, it was DK.
Nope, definitely Pink Yoshi.
Looks like our arguments are split down the middle.
Did someone say split?
The note said that Tsubasa planned on killing Fujikawa.
Bluetooth.
That may be true, but Plum died, not Pink Yoshi.
He was denying it rather fearfully.
Danger.
You crazy? Anyone here wouldn't be calm being accused of murder. Wow, look at him. His smug face says it all.
Mario.
The worst argument I've ever seen.
Donkey Kong easily has the strength to kill someone. He could have easily broken down Plum's door.
Rosalina. Plum's door was in perfect condition when we found her.
Unlike Donkey Kong, I actually have an airtight alibi.
Captain Toad.
No, your fear and the note could have been faked very easily.
Oh, please, stop wasting your time. There isn't even enough evidence that Pink Yoshi did it.
Donkey Kong. There's plenty. Like all that blood in her room had to come from somewhere.
I'll do it. You had perfect reasoning, just like when you attacked Monokuma.
This is our answer.
Well, Pink Yoshi?
Well, what? Expect me to confess to something? Cause I ain't. I didn't do it. Matter of fact, I have more proof that it wasn't me. How's this? I slept at White Yoshi's last night.
And we know you're telling the truth, how?
Oh no, it's very much true. I've seen it on the security cameras.
Alas, it is true. After I read that note, I didn't want to stay in my room. Knowing that not staying in a dorm results in punishment, I headed to White Yoshi's room for that night.
At approximately what time?
Around 2:30.
That falls in the time frame when Plum was killed. You could have killed her and went to White Yoshi for the night.
Oh my lord, y'all don't let things go.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, Pink Yoshi, we need to look at every piece of evidence, every assumption we can.
Look, we can't get anywhere with accusing people this whole time.
Well, that's right. Let us discuss another type of evidence.
How about the murder weapon?
Fine, but this doesn't mean that Pink Yoshi and Donkey Kong are off the hook yet.
I think it's apparent that Plum was murdered by that knife. I inspect her. She had a gash on her right arm and bruises on her knees.
What about the origin of the knife? That can help.
Hey, I bet it was a boning knife.
No, that's wrong. Plum wasn't killed with a boning knife, but rather a kitchen knife.
So that means that it came from the kitchen then.
Yep, me and Tsubasa found a missing slot in the knife thing while we were investigating.
Right, so anyone who knew about the knives being there is a suspect?
I guess so.
Well, what about her other injuries?
Yeah, there was a gash on her forearm and bruises on her knees. Right, Pink Yoshi?
Well, we can conclude there were signs of a struggle, plus the fact that she was attacked from behind.
Not necessarily, you see. She was killed from behind, but the cut on her forearm was positioned on the front side of her body, meaning that she was attacked from the front, then killed from behind. She must have tried to run. Exactly.
And her dresser must have been rearranged the way it was because of a struggle?
Wait,
I'm not sure.
What you mean?
I mean that the dresser seemed weirdly placed when we discovered Plum's body.
What do you mean it was weirdly placed? I mean, the dresser wasn't in its normal position next to her bed.
So then, why wasn't it opening when we tried to? Hey, I bet the door was locked.
I'll cut your argument in two.
Excuse me?
Sorry, Goomba, I don't think it was locked.
How so?
Simple. It was barricaded.
Barricaded? You mean with the dresser?
Yes, that explains the awkward placement of the dresser.
So does that mean that the killer had to have killed her in her room?
Yup, given the barricade.
Yes, that finally clears me.
You all are a bunch of plebeians. If it was barricaded, then how on earth did the killer exit the room? You make a good point. Maybe the dresser wasn't used to barricade her door? It couldn't have been. The killer would not have been able to leave.
Maybe they did it from the outside of the room?
Seriously, that's impossible. Wait, they could have left through the ventilation.
I think you're on the right track, Fujikawa.
I most certainly am. Luigi, Rosalina, Shy Guy, y'all remember back in Plum's room where there was blood dripping from the vent?
Ah, yes, I remember that.
It's very well possible that the killer barricaded through the door, then left through the vent.
A very confusing tactic indeed, but the blood, why was it there?
Easy. They were all bloody from battling Plum. After all, we concluded that there was a struggle. Yahoo! I am such a genius. That would explain the thumping I heard while I was trying to sleep.
Very good, Fujikawa. That seems like the most plausible route.
Look, this is all fun and games, but we have all this evidence and still no culprit.
Actually, Shimizu, this narrows it down a bit. Like, we know the culprit can't be yourself, Wario, Toadette, Donkey Kong, or Captain Toad. You're all too big to fit in those vents.
Yay, I'm finally cleared.
Which means, Tsubasa, that you weren't planning on killing Pink Yoshi?
Of course not.
Which means that the note I received was a fraud.
Yeah, and what I'm thinking is that the culprit wrote it, but I can't imagine how this ties into the case. Well, we've hit a small roadblock. Let us discuss a new topic.
Might I suggest something to improve our case here?
Sure, what is it, Kimura?
During my investigation, I uncovered what appeared to be a spilt bleach bottle, of which the only solution I can come to with that is that it was used to clean up evidence.
Your point?
My point, yes. Well, the bleach came from the kitchen, and who is the only person that goes in the kitchen? That is you, Kawasaki.
What? Are you crazy? I am a chef, and it's only natural for me to be in the kitchen frequently.
And you are small enough to fit through the vent.
Kirby, none of us can understand you.
What, Yoshi? There's no evidence pointing to me anyways, so there's bleach there. Anyone could have used it.
Well, excuse me, but we can't get anywhere without a suspect.
Wait! There's a bit more evidence that doesn't necessarily point to Kawasaki, but shows that the chemicals were in fact used.
How so?
When I was in the laundry room investigating earlier, I found some bloody towels that stank of chemicals.
I think that whoever used them was trying to obviously cover up something. Oh, clearly that explains what me and Natsumaru were smelling. Do you remember where you smelled it? We couldn't tell. We smelled it in Plum's room, but I really don't think it was coming from there. Look, Kawasaki is the culprit.
Dang it, woman, why are you so quick to make assumptions?
We can't make progress without a suspect. Given the bleach and our previous evidence, it all lines up to Kawasaki.
No, that's wrong. What, Yoshi? Kawasaki is not the culprit.
Prove me wrong.
Alright then. Kawasaki wakes up every morning to cook us breakfast at 5 a.m.
Yep, without fail.
Fine then.
Excuse me, I have a piece of evidence to help us.
Alright, Shy Guy, what is it?
Well, Donkey Kong was at the nurse's office earlier with Yoshihiro. What exactly happened?
Oh, he tripped and fell.
Allow me to attack your argument at the seams. Toadette, what the heck? Saiki, are you sure that Donkey Kong tripped and fell?
Positive.
Really now? Because I'm almost certain that when I talked to Donkey Kong, he told me a trap had set off a knife that struck the air and hit him in the head.
Yes, it's true.
Now, Saiki, why would you try so hard to avoid this topic? Is it maybe evidence against you, or was it your trap that was used to try and off Donkey Kong?
The trap shot randomly, it wasn't targeted.
That doesn't convince me that you didn't set the trap. Look, I didn't want to scare you guys. We had to tell you that Plum died in the first place, and it would have put more fear on you all if I said that the trap went off, which would have meant to you guys to believe that there would have been more.
I can confirm as I was with him and a couple of others.
Very well then, I'm satisfied. Oh wait, this reminds me.
We just figured out very important evidence.
It can wait. This will narrow down our options vastly.
Well, come on now, spill it.
Me and Rosalina found another note in Plum's room, tucked under her bed sheets. Dear Plum, I found an exit at the back end of the school. Meet me at my room.
Hold up, there's an exit?
That's not even the important part. There's a signature, but it's ripped a bit. There's only 2 letters from the first name left, an A and an I.
Are you serious? Why didn't you say this any sooner? This would have narrowed down our options long ago.
I guess I forgot about it at the time. Sorry.
So does that mean that the killer has to have an A and an I in their first name?
Precisely.
Wait a second. You guys, these letters have the exact same handwriting.
Get out. For real? Aha! So I was being framed and y'all didn't trust me. I am appalled. Whoa, calm down, Karen. Karen? Oh, honey, you better catch these hands.
Hey! There will be no roughhousing in my courtroom. Got it?
Fine. Stupid. Wow, I didn't even see that. Nice deduction there, Nakamura. Oh, so this is easy. All we have to do is make everyone write something on a piece of paper.
No, you numbskull. The culprit would just fake their handwriting. Kirby, please.
So if the killer lured Plum to their room, why is the body in the victim's room?
The culprit probably killed her in their room, then moved her into her room.
That would make sense. After all, they could have just left through the vent like we deduced earlier.
That explains the chemicals. They would have gotten blood all over the hallway.
No. That'd be stupid. The culprit would have been seen in the halls. Wait, what if they moved their body through the vent?
I agree with that. Wow, Wario, that actually makes a lot of sense.
I'm not only good for eating, you know.
Oh, please, he smells like garlic. Thank you, guys. The culprit would have used the vents. The halls were too exposed.
And that would further develop the evidence involving the blood dripping from the vent.
So that would mean Plum's body was moved through the vents?
That would have to be someone very nimble to achieve that.
But who did it?
Oh, come on, guys. We're so close. We can't give up now. Well, the culprit has to either be Daisy, Captain Toad, Mario, Waluigi, Wario, or Kawasaki, since they all have an A and an I in their first name.
Yes, and we can cancel out Wario since he's too large for the vent.
Wait, I'm still hung up on something. The trap that hurt Shibasha. How'd it go off?
Fine, Kirby, what is it?
I've been trying to tell you all this whole trial, but no one will listen. This whole trial could have been a lot shorter if y'all had just listened to me. Dang, y'all kids be so annoying. Kirby, what do you know? Oh, I know who put the note under Plum's door. More importantly, because I saw it happen. What? Please do tell. I want to be done with this trial. It was Mario. What? What are you talking about? I did not do that. Wait a minute.
Your room and the 2 rooms to the left and right of you have the same air duct connected to it. So if you want to change the AC, you gotta go ask him first.
Quick, someone pull out their ID phones.
Yep, what you need?
Tell me, whose rooms are connected to the left and right of Plum's?
Pink Yoshi and Mario.
What does that have to do with this, though?
I think I saw this case. Do y'all remember when Monokuma told us our rooms are all connected by air vent?
Splendid, I see where you're going with this.
Plum's room vent was connected with Pink Yoshi's and Mario's. Mario is the only one with an A and an I in his name. He's the only one who could have killed Plum. What are you getting at, you untalented swine? And the blood in Pink Yoshi's rooms must have been Plum's. You were trying to frame her. I don't know what you are getting at, but you are barking up the wrong tree. I would never do that. I will never kill anyone. I'm called the ultimate hero for a reason. You know, all this yelling isn't exactly convincing. Oh, you son of... I should have killed you when I had the chance to. This is all a sham. I tell you, all of your evidence is circumstantial. There's no way I could have done it. Mario Ito, you're guilty.
Saiki, why don't you go over this case one more time?
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Once Monokuma told us our motives, we were all obviously shaken up, but one person had an intention to kill another one of us, our culprit. Knowing that certain rooms connect by air vent, the culprit figured that's how he'd get to his victim's dorm. After he procured a knife from the kitchen oh so discreetly, he was just about ready to carry out his plan. He headed back to his room and locked the door behind him, making sure none of us could witness his plan. He wrote out his fake letter to Plum, telling her to meet him at his room because he proclaimed he found a way out. He slipped out into the hall and slid it under her door. She saw the note and complied. Although once she reached his room, he turned the tables and lunged at her with the knife and bashed her arm, blood splashing on the door. She ran across the room, trying to find something to defend herself with, but she failed, while the culprit stabbed her numerous times in the back. Feeling her pulse confirming she was dead, the culprit carried out the next act he had, to frame Fujikawa. He collected some of her blood in a bag and proceeded to move his bed under the air vent. After doing so, the culprit hoisted Plum's body into the air duct, climbing up there himself after. As he made his way to the vent leading to her room, he opened the vent and tossed the body into her room, himself jumping down after her. He now, instead of simply locking it and closing the door behind him and then leaving, he saw a better option. He barricaded the door with her dresser so that once we made it in, we'd be confused as to how the killer could have left. But that's where the killer slips up. After climbing back into the vent, he couldn't close the vent. It could only be closed from inside. He then shimmied to Fujikawa's room. He was positive she wouldn't be there, as she'd given her a fake note as well, telling her that Tsubasa planned on killing her. The culprit climbed back into the vent into his room, but his plan was not done yet. He needed to get rid of his pink-dyed room. Therefore, the culprit grabbed bleach and some paper towels and cleaned up his room. Although it stank of chemicals now, he had to do it. He closed his vent and headed out, presumably knocking on Yoshihiro's door. Then the two went to get Plum, one ignorant of the situation and the other completely aware of his little stunt. Yoshihiro and the culprit knocked on Plum's door, the culprit trying to seem innocent and not suspecting a thing. After multiple tries and getting no answer, the killer tried to seem worried. Yoshihiro got scared and started shrieking. With Tsubasa with us, he broke down the door. On the other side, we were greeted with Plum's dead body. But you couldn't pull off the perfect crime. Isn't that right, Mario Ito, the ultimate hero?
Well, chickadees, I'd say you hashed this one out pretty good. Now to put it to a vote. Well, you've all voted correctly. Plum's killer was in fact Mario Ito.
You fool! What the heck's gotten into you?
I had to get out. We were all poisoned. I had no choice. I had terrible claustrophobia. What would you all have done in my situation, huh? Huh?
But what about that trap? Was that you too?
Yes, it was a failsafe in case Plum tried to escape. It was activated by a button on the hallway's wall. Well, if you succeeded in killing Plum, then why would you activate it? I thought if I was able to take out two people, I'd be able to confuse you guys and get out of here. I wasn't in my right mind. I'm so sorry.
Bum, 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 bum! I'd hate to stop this touching moment, really, but you, my friend, have a punishment. Yeah, what would you think I'd forget? That's the best part. Now, I've prepared a very special punishment for Mario Ito, the ultimate hero. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
No!
Wow.
my goodness.
I gotta get out of here. This is so wrong, Monokuma. What is the matter with you?
What's the matter with me? What's the matter with you? Mario was the one who killed. Despicable behavior.
Oh, shut it.
Fine, fine. Congratulations. You all live. You may leave and head back to your dorms.
Oh, hey Natsumaru. What's up? Can I come in for a second? Sure. Alright. So, what's up?
Okay, so after the trial, I was investigating some more. And the gate that leads up to the second floor. I was standing there just gazing up there, wondering what was up there and why it was locked. And I heard very distant, almost screams.
Screams? But it's not like anyone could be up there. It's locked.
That's exactly what I'm confused about. I don't know if I was just hearing things or not, but
Look, I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
I suppose. Good night, Saiki.
Good night, Natsumaru.